With 3 races to go, we're into the business end of the season. The drivers have been competing hard for victories in 7 cities, and now in downtown Berlin, they're fighting to keep themselves in contention. The current drivers' points show that Di Grassi and Buemi will go to London still in strong positions, whatever happens in Berlin. But with 90 points still on the table, it's mathematically possible for 9 drivers to win. But realistically, it's down to 7. In Berlin, these 7 drivers need to get themselves in the target zone of 75 to 100 points to go to London with a title shot.
I can't believe we're near the end of the championship. It doesn't feel like we've really even started it. It's crazy how quickly it's gone. We've got 3 races left and we've both got a bit of catching up to do.
Lots of catching up, yeah.
Yeah, you have to beat Lucas, I have to beat you and Lucas. So you've got an easier job than me.
Buemi only really cares about beating Di Grassi, and if he wins in Berlin and Di Grassi is also on the podium, then they go into London almost neck and neck. Sam Bird would also need to be on the podium to keep his title hopes alive. If these 3 all make the podium, then it gets very difficult for the other 4.
The only way that I can realistically be in with a shout is if I have a really good one here and you and Lucas have a very, a poor one.
Yeah.
I think for the show,
Yeah.
you and Lucas need to have a bad one here.
I don't care about the show, The show was good last year.
Right, last lap, you and Lucas are fighting, and then somehow you both lock up, run wide, and let me through, and you both come sort of 8th and 9th.
That means we go very wide then.
Yeah, you go very wide.
Back-
No, you
back
go
to the
really,
airport.
really wide. And then it makes it interesting.
Very interesting indeed. But if Di Grassi and Buemi fail to score in Berlin and Sam wins, then it will be a tight 3-way fight for London for sure. If D'Ambrosio is then second, then he too keeps his hopes alive.
London, there is lots of points available.
Well, there's like, what, nearly 60 points available.
I mean, if it rains or stuff like that, everything's possible there.
Jerome will need most of these points, but for him, a win in Berlin with a poor result for Lucas and Sebastian puts him right back in the frame.
The Dragon seems to struggle a bit now since a couple of races.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened. I reckon they'll come back on form.
Yeah.
They're 2 really good drivers, so, Jerome and Loic. I'm surprised that they haven't scored more points in the last 2 or 3 races.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have their reasons.
They won Berlin last year and they finished both on the podium in London, so they're going to be good.
Well, they'll need to be, because in reality, Loic Duval, as well as Nico Prost and Stefan Sarazan, all need to win in Berlin to bring themselves back into the hunt. So we can expect aggressive racing from these 3 as their title dreams depend upon reaching that elusive top step.
Just make it interesting and qualify anywhere from here back.
No.
And then it's interesting. If let me have my normal one at the moment, and then if you can...
How many poles you have?
3.
Ah, yeah, you have more. It's not going to be easy, but in the end, we know how quickly it goes in this championship.
Well, whilst they're all working out what they need to do, Di Grassi at his team's home race, and having won the last 2 races, is out in front and ready for anything. With 90 points to play for, the challengers need to go all out for victories.
But first of all, they have to beat me.